Hey guys, what's up? Yolanda here. Happy 2016. I know we're already a month in, but better late than never. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and do like a minimalist journey update. So where I'm at in my life now, 3 years later, and sort of provide an update to my first video that I released about my minimalist story. So yeah, this is the story continued and where I'm at now. So probably the first and most important thing that I've learned over the past 3 years is that you have to show up for yourself and you have to show up as yourself. I talked about showing up for yourself in my not so live chat videos that I did at the end of the year. A viewer had asked about accountability, and that was my answer. You need to show up for yourself. And that's something that I've really taken to heart over the past 3 years. It's not that I didn't know it before, but I don't think I was challenging myself enough or holding myself responsible enough or accountable enough to really pursue the things that I was passionate about. So, I was getting by, and doing well, but I wasn't fulfilled. But now in the past 3 years, since, going through this minimalist journey and really looking deeply at every area of my life, I can truly say that I feel fulfilled and that I'm doing things that truly excite me and make me happy. So that's one thing I've learned, how to show up for myself. And I still have a ways to go, in, holding myself accountable and being responsible and really going for what I want, especially when it comes to my businesses. Like, I know that I need to take them to the next level over the next year or two. Excuse me. But I'm aware of it now, whereas before, I was coasting on getting by and I thought that was enough. But now, like, I can't hide from, or I can't pretend to hide or be distracted from my true purpose. And one of the things that came out of that was like my coaching. Like, I started coaching back in 2014. I stopped in 2015 because of, the reality is fears and doubts. What I said to others was that, I needed time to get my niche straight or my message and focus straight, which was true. It wasn't a lie, but underneath of that was my own fears and doubts about my abilities to run a business and be successful and put myself out there and do what it takes to really be successful. So the second part of that was showing up as yourself. And that's all about authenticity. I know that's a word that a lot of people throw around, especially on, in the online entrepreneurial world. Authenticity is something that is thrown around a lot. It sometimes sounds cliche, but it's important. Authenticity is important. And it's not that we're all out here being inauthentic. It's just that we're not, let me speak for myself personally. I feel that I am not I do not present myself as well-rounded or holistic as I actually am. And maybe me thinking that I'm not presenting myself authentically is another form of insecurity or doubt, which I don't know. I guess I'll discover that as we go on this journey. But basically, I know that, I have different aspects of my personality, and some of those aspects come up in different situations. And sometimes I try to suppress other areas of my personality in certain situations, but I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I've done it my whole life, and I just want to be who I am holistically and learn how to meld and fuse, you know, all the aspects of my personality into one person, one, you know, presentation that is authentic and true, and that is me. Something else I've learned over this journey is that you can declutter too much. And that's been particularly true for me when it comes to my clothing. Like, I've been getting a lot of like good feedback from the capsule wardrobe breakdown video that I did back in the fall. But honestly, like, yeah, the video looks all nice and everything, but when you're going through your daily life, it's not as put together as it looks in that video. And I just realized that for like particularly this summer and even this winter, I feel like I don't have enough clothing to sufficiently rotate for my personal taste. I mean, I'm making it work, and I'll continue to make it work, because I don't plan on, you know, buying anything anytime soon, except for maybe a couple pair of jeans that I want to replace my jeans. But you know, I need more sweaters. This is the only sweater that I have, and I wear it often, and it's, you know, it's fraying at the shoulders, but I love it. I want to keep wearing it, but, you know, I really need another sweater. But I don't know, I'm too busy. I don't feel like shopping. It's not even that I'm too busy. If I want to shop, I could, but I don't want to. You know, my taste for shopping has decreased so much since being a minimalist. That I don't even want to, you know, think about it. But I have found like long sleeve t-shirts and things at thrift stores that have helped me in place of sweaters. You know, I really just layer a lot, and that helps me get through it. But maybe for next winter I will, you know, break down and purchase a couple of sweaters if I can't find any in the thrift stores. That's the only thing about thrift shopping, is that you have to be patient. It just takes time because, you know, there's no guaranteed inventory. You don't know what's going to be in there. And even if there is something in there, you don't know if it's your style, if you're going to like it or not. So when it comes to clothing, you can declutter too much. I mean, I don't mind wearing the same thing often, but sometimes it gets old after a while. So, you know, you have to sort of balance your desire for style with your minimalist needs. What else? It's still challenging. Some areas of my life are still challenging to transition into a more simpler form. Well, some things. I first start about things. Like, some things that I've had difficulty keeping uncluttered or organized are my crafting supplies, and like my jewelry making supplies, and paper. Those are two things that I've just kind of given up on for the moment. Like, I did declutter all my, you know, supplies, jewelry making supplies, like over the Christmas break. But personally, it's still too much. And I got like all the stuff in like one bag, and like they're divided into smaller bags within the bag, but it makes me uncomfortable. But I'm not going to go out and buy anything to organize it with. So until I go through it again and figure out what more stuff I can get rid of, or like if I'm going to like take my jewelry business to a different direction, change materials, you know, that's something that I'm thinking about now. Until then, it's just going to be what it is. But, you know, I've just given up on, you know, decluttering it for now. And paper too. I mean, it's constantly coming in. It's time for me to like do a big shred again. But it's just annoying. It's annoying. Paper is annoying. And we had a Twitter chat the other night, and like that was one of the things that people brought up as their biggest challenge, as one of their things that they're still struggling with in their minimalist journey, is keeping paper at bay. One of the participants, Calvin, he wrote an article on basically opting out of all like the junk mail companies and stuff like that, credit cards and all that stuff. So there is definitely a way. He said it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for it to really take effect. You just have to be persistent and stay on it. And I just feel that I don't care enough right now to be persistent about it, but it is annoying. In terms of other areas of my life, not related to physical things, that I'm still trying to transition into minimalism, I think a big one for me is the running of my businesses and just like getting processes in place, and I guess systems in place that'll make it run just a little bit more smoothly. Like, I feel like it's pretty minimalist now, but that just could be because I haven't taken the time to figure out what my process is and actually document that process. And I think that's very important, especially if you're trying to level up in your business. You have to get your systems in place. So that's something I'm going to be working on for this year. And I think as I'm going through this process, I'm going to try to develop some resources for other people to use. If you're thinking about starting a business and you want to start, a simple business, or you want to run your business in a very minimalist, simple way, I'm going to try to put some resources together over the course of this year about how to do that as I learn how to do it. I think over the course of this journey and really like simplifying things, I realized how important creativity is to me. And that creativity takes on many forms, but I enjoy it. And it's something that's like an essential part of who I am and what I do. Finally, I want to share is just that, and I think it goes back to the first thing I talked about showing up for yourself and showing up as yourself, is that this is a spiritual journey. And that's become very clear to me over the course of this past 3 years. I have evolved so much in so many ways that I didn't imagine when I first started out. And I'm just able to see myself differently, see myself a little bit more objectively than I have been able to in the past, and just like understand how everything in life is connected more. And I know that's vague, but it's really hard to, it's difficult for me to articulate it beyond that. Just know that there has been a spiritual shift within me. And I think others who are on this journey find that also, as time goes on, they get deeper and deeper into their journey. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave any questions or comments that you have down below about what I shared, and tell me some of the things that you've learned on your journey so far. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.